Do you feel like you never have enough time in the day to concentrate on making an additional income? Maybe you have a full-time job. Maybe you look after kids or have other responsibilities that take a large chunk of your time. If any of these things sum you up, then this little productivity hack or mindset shift will really benefit you. If you are new to my channel, my name is Ben and I run a successful Amazon business alongside my full-time job. So over the last 2 years, I've learned a number of useful tricks to get the most out of my precious time. I will share the other tricks with you, but today's video is about something I call lost minutes. Lost minutes are basically wasted minutes throughout the day when you're in between things. Huh? What does that mean? Well, for example, say it was 2:45 in the afternoon and in 20 to 30 minutes you need to pick up your kids from school, or you have to leave your house in 18 minutes for a dentist appointment, or even your partner has just put on dinner and it will be ready in 30 minutes. I used to have the mindset of not wanting to do work or start a task in that short window of time because I probably wouldn't be able to finish what I started, or I wouldn't be able to get in the groove that quick for it to be worthwhile. Maybe you've experienced this as well. Let me know in the comments. During these gaps, I used to do what most people do, which is scroll through social media, watch TV, or basically nothing productive. However, I changed my views on that and started to use those small windows of time to create books or check my advertising or something to do with my business. And the results were surprising. I was able to accomplish so much more than I hoped by the end of the month. The reason for this change is because a while ago, I read a book called Atomic Habits by James Clear, and that is what has changed my thought process. The book refers to the result of marginal gains, meaning that the compound effects of hundreds of small decisions or habits over time accumulate to produce remarkable results. In his book, he mentions the British cycling team as an example. After nearly 100 years of mediocrity and only one single gold medal at an Olympic Games. In 2003, the cycling governing body hired a chap named Dave Brailsford as the team's new performance director. Just to add, in the past 110 years, no British cyclist had ever won cycling's biggest race, which is the Tour de France. Brailsford was hired to put British cycling on the map, and what set him apart from other coaches was his relentless commitment to a strategy called the aggregation of marginal gains. This is the philosophy of searching for a tiny margin of improvement in everything you do. Brailsford and his coaches started making tiny adjustments to anything they could. They redesigned seats to be more comfortable, rubbed alcohol on tyres for better grip, advised riders to wear electrically heated shorts to maintain ideal muscle temperature. The team tested different fabrics in wind tunnels and had the outdoor riders switch to indoor racing suits, which were lighter and more aerodynamic. Even after all of these changes, Brailsford continued to find 1% improvements in overlooked and unexpected areas. They tested different types of massage gels for the fastest muscle recovery. They hired a surgeon to teach each rider the best way to wash their hands to reduce the chances of catching a cold. They figured out the best type of pillow and mattress for each rider, which led to the best night's sleep. After all of these tiny changes and more, in just 5 years after Brailsford took over, the British cycling team dominated the 2008 Beijing Olympic Games, where they won an astounding 60% of all gold medals available. 4 years later, when the Games came to London, the Brits set 9 Olympic records and 7 world records. That same year, Bradley Wiggins became the first British cyclist to win the Tour de France. And a year later, his teammate Chris Froome won the race and won again in 2015, 16 and 17. The 10-year span from 2007 to 2017 is widely regarded as the most successful run in cycling history. It's amazing how this team of very ordinary athletes were able to transform into world champions with minute changes that would normally be overlooked. So, can we use this same strategy to get the most out of ourselves and perform at our full potential? So, coming back to the topic of lost minutes. As an example, let's say that you had 3 of these missed opportunities per day at 18 minutes each. After a month, that would add up to 27 hours. Those wasted 27 hours could be used to do something productive with your side hustle. How much work do you think that you could do if you had 4 blocks of 6.5 hours? Probably a lot, right? Imagine we were able to save time in other areas too. Check your phone screen time if you still don't think you have enough time. I promise you, you will be shocked at how much time you give to your phone. Us humans tend to pick up bad habits over time, and we don't really pay much attention to them as they seem so minor. But as with our good habits, our bad habits are also compounded over time. Since I started practicing this, I began to notice that I would get into my groove immediately as I knew there was a deadline. My mind didn't have time to wonder or to adjust, so this meant I could get more done in a short space of time. And more often than not, I didn't finish what I set out to do in that brief window of time. But when I go about my daily responsibilities, I have more desire to go back and complete what I was doing before. I'm not a fan of leaving things unfinished. So, if you often feel like you don't have enough time in the day to work on your business, then give this a go. I think you will be shocked at how this small adjustment will reward you after a month. If you work full time, can you use your commute to do something productive, or even on your lunch break? The reason I like talking about the mind so much is because it is the number one reason why people don't achieve what they want. If it's not self-doubt, it's bad habits or opinions that we have built up over the years. I also think that a positive mindset shift is way more valuable to you than any cool business resource or tool. Because if you can learn to be consistent, resilient, dedicated, and manage your time correctly, you will be powerful, and you will be able to apply those skills to other parts of your life. But anyways, I just wanted to get this off my chest and share it with you guys. Let me know what you think. If you do like these kind of psychology videos, I have another one that you may like about why people give up on a potential side hustle and blame it on being saturated. Thanks for watching. I will catch you in the next video. Take care.